Hello, I'm Robert Metzger. I'm a ghostwriter. We are behind the scenes in the video studio, and I'm going to take you behind the scenes in the process of ghostwriting a book. Today's topic is the writing process, which is the third in a series of videos. If you haven't already watched the first two, please watch them first to get the context. The process of creating a book can seem very scary or very messy to someone who's never done it before. There is a well-known spiritual song from the Old South called Dem Bones. One verse includes the line, "Knee bone connected to the shin bone." Maybe you've heard it. It is loosely based on a story from the Hebrew Bible. In the original story, the prophet Ezekiel has a vision of a valley full of dry bones. God tells the prophet to speak to bones, and the bones assemble themselves into skeletons lying on the ground. Then muscles and tendons appear on the bones, and then skin covers the flesh. God then tells him to speak again to the inanimate bodies, and they become breathing and stand up and become a mighty army. A ghostwriter's job is a lot like the prophet's task, but our raw material isn't even dry bones. We begin with piles of dust. Those piles of dust are all the ideas you've been thinking about. In the discovery step, you do a lot of talking, and I ask a lot of questions. I record all of your ideas, and then I have our conversations transcribed. Then I have a valley full of bones. Your ideas have taken physical form, but they have no structure. Next, I create a design or blueprint from all of your ideas. Every chapter is like a skeleton. I find the structure by looking at the pieces and finding out which ones have connections with each other. Every idea has connection to another idea, just as every bone has joints that can only connect with certain other bones. The next step I take is to put flesh on the bones by writing a first draft. This draft may bear little resemblance to the final version. Sections may be missing and sections may need to be removed. The result may seem as gruesome as an inanimate body with muscles and tendons, but no skin. Don't worry, it's much closer to being a real book than the piles of dust were. I normally present the draft to you one chapter at a time as I write the chapters. Technology books tend to have more diagrams, screenshots, and source listings than other types of books. Good diagrams are like tendons. They connect the underlying concepts of the book with the skeleton, with the text which moves the reader, the muscles. Next, I begin the process of revision. In one book I wrote, I removed 2 entire chapters of very good material. They just needed to become a part of another book. Revision gets the internal organs all correct and puts a pleasing skin on the outside. This is the point where the content is fixed. You can't add a second heart once the skin is sewed up. Finally, I polish the prose and subcontract an independent proofreader to find the typographical errors I can no longer see. At this point, I'm done. You make your final payment and the work belongs to you. The manuscript has been given life and is worthy to be read. But you still have to work with a publisher to put clothes on your army, like a cover, before the army is ready to deploy. That's it for now. Check back soon for the 4th episode in Technology Ghostwriter Behind the Scenes. You can learn more about my ghostwriting business at robertmetzger.com.